Hey everybody, and welcome back to another One of Everything Wednesdays. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're back again with the final episode of Skyfox Games. These are the packs I picked up while I was at the Magic Fest in Toronto. So they are located, of course, in Oshawa. I actually made a trip out to see their shop this weekend, and they did have more packs than what I had here. So they obviously have more than what was at the store. Or more than what they had at the event, which makes sense. I didn't pick any of them up because they were already passed, and you know we're already here. We're already here. Unfortunately for me, I blew my budget on these ones already. This is it. This is all we're getting. I didn't want to like end up extending this by like another video being like, well, I picked up a couple more packs. It's too late for that. And most of the packs that they had that were other sets were like foreign, and I don't normally like picking that kind of stuff up. So I'm just going to stick with these and we'll go with it. And I did hit up some other shops in Oshawa while I was out that way. Let's see. There's a lot of glare on this card. My goodness. There. Can you read it now? You can. All right, so let's get right into it. There's 12 packs today because I obviously didn't count properly and missed 1 week when I was supposed to do like, I guess, 11 instead of 10. And anyway, we're starting with Apocalypse. Of course, the top end card we're looking for in Apocalypse is Phyrexian Arena. I don't know if there's any commons or uncommons. It doesn't look like it. Oh, it looks like there's one uncommon, and what is that? Dragon's Arch? And then there's a couple rares here and there, like Pernicious Deed, Vindicate, and then, of course, the lands. So, anyway. We'll just plow through these ones a little bit here. We will, of course, do, like, a little bit of a slow... Soul Link is a sweet card, by the way. It's a very good card. Ah, Quicksilver Dagger. We saw a reprint of that in one of the Master sets. Oh, Mournful Zombie. Index. Index is a great card, too. 1 mana sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library, then put them back in any order. Not great by any means, but still a pretty cool cantrip for 1 mana if you can use it, right? And then we've got our first uncommon here, which is a Order and Chaos. So there it is. Order and Chaos as our first uncommon. And then we've got Dega Sanctuary and Foul Presence. All right. And what's last? Yavamaya's Embrace. I have fond memories of this card, and by that I mean I don't have fond memories of this card, but I remember playing against this card because one of my opponents played this card all the time. And it's a very, very expensive control magic or something along those lines, or mind control, whatever you want to call it. But it gives the thing you take +2/+2 and trample in addition to just taking it. So not only does it cost you 8 mana to take a creature from your opponent, but you control it, and then it gets +2/+2 and trample, which is pretty beefy, actually, when you think about it. So next up is 7th edition, and 7th edition we have, of course, Ensnaring Bridge being the big hit out of this pack. And there are, it looks like, I believe, a couple uncommons here in 7th edition. Am I incorrect? I believe, is it Coastal Piracy? No, it's Excavation. Is that a rare or an uncommon? It kind of looks like an uncommon, but it's probably a rare. I want to say that it's a rare. Oh, but the diamonds are all sitting around $2 now. Okay, and those are uncommons. Interesting. For those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, I did find a foil copy of Fire Diamond in my binder the other day randomly. It was kind of strange. And of course, we're back to the white border cards. Now, this was an interesting thing someone mentioned in the last video when I talked about the white border cards. I completely forgot that the white border cards started in Revised. Why that didn't stick in my mind, I have no idea, considering I started playing around Revised. I don't know why. Just completely out of my mind, like a fart. You know, just big brain fart there. But the interesting thing is all of the white border cards are reprints. That I didn't actually know, and that's because like I never really paid attention. But like every single card that is white bordered is actually a reprint of a card from a previous set. So up until about like core 2010 or core 10 or somewhere in there where they stopped doing the white border cards, That was because they changed those core sets to no longer be just all reprints. This is kind of interesting. Soul Feast, Grape Shot Catapult, a Plains. So we're missing an uncommon, which means we have a foil. Do we have a foil uncommon in this pack? Kind of looks like we do. Man, if we have a foil diamond or something, that'd be pretty sweet. Holy moly. Get out of here. Get out of here. We got an Ensnaring Bridge. Look at that bad boy. That's a $40 card right there. Wow. And a foil Phantom Warrior. Look at how beautiful that looks. The Black Border 7th edition cards. Nah, I mean, it's not anything super pricey or anything like that, but it's still a sweet card. And I mean, Ensnaring Bridge, mwah. Mwah. I was not expecting to hit the top hit out of 7th edition, let me tell you. So Planeshift is next. What a way to... This is a way to end the series, let me tell you. Getting a $40 rare out of 7th edition. If that had been a foil Ensnaring Bridge, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Okay, so okay, now we've got the uncommons first, which means that there's probably what, 1, 2, 3, and then the rare, and we put those to the back. Also, this looks like it's like extremely miscut. Can you see how big the border is on the top there compared to the bottom? I don't know if you can see that from the camera. I gotta like find where the camera angle is here. There, like look how big that border on the top is. It's interesting. So anyway, I don't believe I saw any commons in here. Oh, there is one common. What is this common? What are you, common? Sunscrape Familiar is worth $2, and it's a common. It's a white common. Weird. And I think these are all just rares, right? I want to say these are all rares. Yeah. They all look like rares. Oh, Morgue Toad. Oh no, there's a toad in the morgue. Watch out, everybody. Lava zombie? Like, look at that. Look how ridiculous that is. It's a lava zombie. Everybody run. Alright, so we didn't hit the common, unfortunately, but that's okay. I didn't see any... Oh, there is one uncommon. Terminal something? Terminal... It's one of these lands. But it's not this land, of course. That's okay. So we had Strafe, and then we have Daragaz Caldera. Oof. Then we have Cross's Charm. This is actually a card that I think I saw on an episode of Game Nights where they talked about this. Because it's like an interesting little like instant. So return target permanent to its owner's hand, or destroy target non-black creature, and it can't be regenerated, or destroy target artifact. It's not like terrible. And our rare is Dominaria's Judgment. And you can clearly see how miscut this card is from the front. Like, look how big that border on the top is compared to the bottom. Dominaria's Judgment. I don't see that on this list of anything of note, unfortunately. But that's okay. Hey, there was another uncommon here. Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. It was one of the other lands. It was the blue-black-red land. The blue-black-red land is sitting at $2. But anyway, there you go. Dominaria's Judgment as our rare, and it's super miscut. Doesn't look like it is of value or note here. Next up is Invasion. Invasion has some interesting cards in it too. It has a uncommon worth $15, another uncommon worth $12, and what else has it got? Nothing there. Oh, there's 2 here. What is that? Is that a rare? Those are both rares. Okay. That makes sense. What else you got? What else you got here? Tangle is an uncommon worth $3. Chaotic Strike is an uncommon worth $3. Everything else is rares, it looks like. But I mean, there's some pretty spicy uncommons from this set. We got Aura Shards and we've got Sterling Grove. All right. Well, again, like, and this is the interesting thing is like you saw that with Planeshift, right? The uncommons were first, and then the rare, and then the commons, and then this is back to commons first, right? So why they changed it in the middle, I have no idea. Probably something to do with like the way that Japanese printers work, that kind of stuff. Because it was the same with Battle Bond and those sets, right? That came out that were printed on the Japanese printers. It's just the ordering, I guess, of the way it comes out of the presses and stuff. Okay, so first uncommon, Banalish Emissary, Sleeper's Robe, and Hate Weavers. We didn't hit Aura Shards or Sterling Grove or any of the other uncommons, which were, there was a couple, right? Yeah, Tangle. No Tangle and no Chaotic Strike, unfortunately. Let's see, what do you think? The rare. Can the rare save us? Artifact Mutation, which is actually on the list, but it's only $2, but it's still on the list, which is pretty sweet. All right, we'll take it. So it's a red and green instant that says destroy target artifact. It can't be regenerated. Put X/1/1 green sapperling creature tokens into play, where X is the converted mana cost of the thing you blew up, I'm assuming. Yes. Okay, well, cool, cool. I can't believe we hit that ensnaring bridge. All right, Prophecy is next, and Prophecy has very little value in it. So do not buy these packs unless you are just being nostalgic, I guess. Okay, so again, here, look, we're back to uncommons first, which means, so 3 uncommons and then the rare, right? And then commons should be here. All right, I guess that gets all messed up if you have a foil. Is that how that works? Rhystic Lightning. It's not the Rhystic we're looking for. We're looking for Rhystic Studies in the common slot. Rhystic Study in the common slot is $20. So there is a $20 common you can get out of these packs. There's another Rhystic thing, Rhystic Shield. And we didn't get there. We got 2 of the Rhystics, but not the one that matters, apparently. But that's okay. We got a Pit Raptor. And I don't think there's any, like... Yeah, I don't... Oh, is that... Oh, there's Spore Frog, too, in the common slot. We didn't see that. That's also a uncommon worth a couple bucks. So we got Pit Raptor, Wingstorm, Glittering Lion, and our rare is an Avatar of Will, which I actually have like a whole bunch of copies of this, and some of them I think have the artist's signature on them, which is kind of funny. And I got them just out of a collection that I bought from some guy, and I was like, these are weird. And because like the signature is like a bunch of weird squiggly lines, and I'm like, I don't know what this means. I'm assuming it's the artist's signature, but I have no idea. All right, next up is Nemesis. Nemesis has a bunch of things in it too. We've got, of course, the Core Haven as the top rare. And then we have Tangle Wire, and then do we have any uncommons of note? Looks like we've got Terrain Generator as an uncommon worth about $2. And then we have a Daze, which is a common worth about $2. And I can't tell what that card is, so let's see. Those are both rares, so that's fine. All right. So again, we've got the uncommons first. So why that other set in the middle was weirded up, I have no idea. But here we are. Here we are. That almost looked foil in the camera when I was looking at it on the screen, but it was not foil. And I was like, wait, why is there a foil randomly? Sky Shroud Claim. This was a cool card, actually. So it's 4 mana sorcery, but it searches your library for up to 2 forest cards and put them into play. And it doesn't say tapped. Just put them into play. So it's kind of interesting. Lightbringer, Harvester Mage, Mind Swords, Lackalith Whelp. My goodness. Plague Witch. Saw a reprint. Hey, look at that. There's Daze. It's a $2 common. Pretty nice. Put that over here, like so. Stronghold Zeppelin. Alright, alright. Mog Salvage. Flint Golem. And our rare? A Flowstone Overseer. My goodness. 2 and red, 4/4 beast creature that has pay a red to target creature gets +1/-1 until end of turn. Interesting. So you can kill your opponent's creatures with a bunch of red, I guess. Weird. Super weird. You can just give them +1/-1. Now, Exodus. This looks like it's been resealed. Oh, wow. Wow, does it ever look like it's been resealed? Holy moly. I really hope... Oh, no way. There's no way. Okay, well... Oh my goodness. Okay, well, sometimes this is what's going to end up happening with some of these older packs. Either the glue is really, really stiff, or the pack itself has been resealed. I can't even open this. I can't even open it. Oh, yeah, it's just ripping, see? It shouldn't rip like this. You should be able to peel the top layers apart pretty easily without too much stuff like that happening. I don't think. At least not with these old packs. But then again, maybe I'm just paranoid. Who knows? But it looks like, is that uncommons first? I have no idea. So I'm just going to cut to the middle and see. That looks like commons then? How do you tell the difference? I think the token, the icons are still colored properly, I believe. So that must be... Okay, so let's see. Are you an uncommon? Are you an uncommon? Are you an uncommon? What is happening here? Okay, I have no idea how to tell these. I have no idea what order these are in, because like even the cards at the back have the same symbol. So, and I know that, for instance, like, I mean, I'm looking at them here. I know that the rares are gold, which means the uncommons are silver. So I have no idea what the order is. So I guess we're just going to kind of go through these like this until we find the uncommons, I guess. Good old rabid Wolverines. Cunning. Okay, so here's our uncommons. So that means there should be now then 1, 2, 3, and a rare. Should be. Should be. Now, was there... I didn't even look. But is there any commons or uncommons that we need to be looking for? Okay, there's an uncommon there. Uncommon there. Uncommon there. Okay, but there's no commons, it looks like. I don't see any commons of note. No. No commons of note. There are a couple uncommons, but no commons. Okay, so Elvish Berserker. Okay. Ether Tide. Okay, Slaughter is our first uncommon. So, of course, we all know that there is the possibility of opening up, like, City of Traders or Survival of the Fittest. Right? Recurring Nightmare. Is that an uncommon? No, it's a rare. Okay. So Slaughter's our first uncommon, which is not anything of super note there. Saber-Tooth Wyvern. Again, nothing of super note there. Keeper of the Mind. Also not really super exciting. And our rare is probably just jank. Yeah, it looks like it's just jank. Convalescence. My goodness, I don't even know. So none of the uncommons of note. None of the commons of note. No, none of the uncommons of note. And our rare is just a jank rare. Like, it's not even anything of interest. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know if that pack was resealed. It really felt like it was. Like, even this one. Like, I don't know if it's just because, like... So, like, see this? This is nice and floppy. I can bend this. It's definitely not been resealed. Same with this one, right? Like, this is nice and... This is definitely not... Like, see how I can bend... See how I can bend this, right? And I can bend this, right? And then you get to these ones, and I don't know if it's just because it's old or what the deal is, but like, look at how rigid this is. Like, it feels like it's been glued back together. But that could just be the old plastic. I have no idea. Anyway, hopefully that's not the case. This will be the first time that we've seen that kind of thing. This definitely, like, it definitely feels sketchy. Like, it even just feels sketchy. So again, we've got, this is Stronghold, which again has some other pretty crazy stuff in it. There's Mox Diamonds, Sliver Queens, that kind of stuff. Lots of crazy nonsense. Again, this one is, like, it just, like... Like, it doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. Yeah, like, look at that. There's no way that that should be like this. I'm doubting that highly. I don't know. I really hope that's not the case, but we'll see, I guess. I want to open both ends and just see. Okay. Well, maybe not. It could just be like the old glue. It could just be the old glue. Because that pack seems to open pretty easily. Like, this didn't rip. So that's a good sign. It just felt really, really rigid and really weird on the back. Like, even, like, just the backs of these. Like, this one doesn't feel nearly as bad as those ones did. But, like, it felt like they had been glued. Like, maybe they were just glued to a board or something in the store to display it. Because I know, like, when I picked them up at the show, they were glued to a board. Now, I have no idea what the order is of these. Not a clue. I have no idea. So again, if you see me miss something, I apologize, but I'm not going to know right away whether I've hit something or not. So we'll put them to the side. Like, I'm going to scan all the cards later manually and just make sure that I pick up everything for the patron pile that I may have missed. But just bear with me. You may see me open things that that you're like, oh, that one, that's worth something. And I'll be like, yeah, you're not wrong, but I had no idea. Horn of Greed, is that the rare? I want to say that that's the rare. And it's $3. It's $3. So if that's the rare, then that's cool. But I know that it is $3. I know that Horn of Greed is a decent card. It's definitely nowhere near like the top end of cards you can open up from this, but and again, I don't have any idea what any of these are worth, if anything. We got a Hammerhead Shark. It's pretty sweet. Cavern Giant. So it looks like these are commons here. Spike Worker and Torment. Yeah, it looks like the commons were at the back, which means probably the first three were your uncommons, I'm guessing. Oh, there, look. Constant Mists is an $8 card. I can see it here on the list. I didn't see either of these ones. Lancer's Encore or Shifting Walls. I didn't see either of those, but I mean, that's an $8 common or uncommon, right? I didn't see any of the other ones that looked anything super interesting there. But anyway, we'll scan them afterwards and see what happens. But next up is Tempest. And this pack feels much better. Like, it feels like it's going to open up properly here. Yeah, okay. And Tempest, like, now Tempest doesn't have anything, like, super pricey. But I did see something there right on the front. And I don't know if any of you saw it. But maybe you did. Is it in here? It is. So I don't know if that's the rare that's right on the front or not. I'm going to guess that it is. Maybe you guys saw it already, but I'm going to put it face down and we'll show it at the end. So again, I have no idea what the order is of these things. And I don't know what's common or uncommon. And it looks like there's a whole bunch of stuff here, actually, that's like worth things. There's Grindstone and there's... What is that? Jet medallions and ruby medallions and sapphire medallions. There's a Altar of Dementia, which is, like a $7 something. You got Demry, Lord of Leaves. You got Elrin, Ancient Tomb, Miri's Guile, Humility, Wasteland, Scroll Rack. I want to say, is Wasteland common or uncommon in Tempest? I want to say it is. So maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't, I have no idea. Power Sink, that's a cool card. Servant of Volrath, Natural Spring. Giant Strength, man. Oh, and Time Ebb. Man, this is taking me back, some of these cards. Soltari Trooper. Rain of Tears. Stalking Stones. Corpse Dance, my goodness. Look at that card. And Opportunist. And then this one here, which I know is already a value card, is a Lotus Petal. Look at that bad boy. That's pretty cool. A Lotus Petal from Tempest? I'll take it. I will take it. All right. Next up, Alliances. Man, Alliances. We want to see the uncommon Force of Will, right? That's what we're looking for. And again, I have no idea what the ordering is on these, so we're just gonna have to kind of go through it and see what happens. Reprisal, good old bury a target creature with power 4 or greater. Surge of Strength, Feast of Famine, Tidal Control, Undergrowth, Guerrilla Tactics, Keljan Escort, or Geldoran Escort, I should say. Carrier Pigeons. Oh, man. Summon Pigeons. I wonder if they've errated this to Bird. Or if it's still Summon Pigeons. Because that's hilarious. Guerrilla Warcry. Swamp Mosquitoes. Elvish Ranger. A 4/1 elf for 3. Guerrilla Chieftain. I believe that's our rare. It doesn't look like we hit anything of super crazy note. No Elvish Spirit Guide. None of these things. Yeah, I didn't see any of that stuff. Did we hit that? Is that a thing that we hit? No, we didn't hit that. It just looks similar to one of the ones we found. Because we didn't hit any of the lands. And the lands are worth stuff like the Thawing Glaciers and the Geldoran Outpost and Lake of the Dead. That kind of stuff is worth stuff. And of course, you know, you can also get your Force of Will, right, from this set as well. But anyway, yeah. So nothing super exciting from there, unfortunately. That's okay. We've got 4th edition. We still hit that Ensnaring Bridge at the beginning of this series, so that's okay with me. 4th edition. 4th edition has some interesting stuff in it. We've got a bunch of stuff here in the rare slot for sure. Uncommon, I don't know, to be honest. And again, there's Uncle Istvan. I don't know if he's the rare. He might be. I honestly don't know what order the things fall in this set. But I do know that there is some stuff here. Is this an uncommon or is it a rare? Yeah, so that's an uncommon. So Strip Mine is in here as an uncommon. And I think this as well. Is that a rare? It's a rare. Okay. Okay, so Strip Mine's an uncommon. What is Land Tax? Is it a rare? I assume it's a rare. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I can look this up, can't I? What is this? Uncle Istvan? Because that'll tell me right away. Uncle Istvan? From 4th edition. It's an uncommon. Okay, so this is an uncommon. So do we think then it's like uncommon, uncommon, rare? And then that's our commons here. Yoshin Soldier. Fisher. Nef's Asp. Samite Healer. Giant Strength. Banalash Hero. Lost Soul. Hey, how about a Lightning Bolt? Yeah, we'll take it. It's like a $3 common. Pretty sweet. Carnivorous Plant. Prodigal Sorcerer. Seeker. Uncle Istvan. Good old Uncle Istvan. Elven Riders. Dragon Whelp. And Force of Nature is definitely our rare, right? I'm pretty sure. I want to say yes. And so we missed a bunch of rares that we could have hit that would have been sweet. We missed the Mind Twist, which I think is an uncommon. We didn't hit a Swords of Plowshares or an Animate Dead or any of that stuff. But that's okay. We still hit that sweet Lightning Bolt. And Force of Nature is always fun to open, right? All right. Everyone's favorite. Last pack. Fallen Empires. We always save the best for last. My buddy Rick there, he loves this set. It's one of his favorites. My recommendation to you is don't buy these packs for more than like $4. I would never pay more than $4 for these packs if I wasn't opening them for the channel, because the highest value card you can get out of them is $4. And there's 2 of them. And then there's 1 card for $3, and then there's 3 cards for $2. So don't open these packs. Don't buy these packs, in my opinion, unless you're really looking for that nostalgia. So we've got a Homrid Spawning Bed. Some good old eggs there. We got Hand of Justice. We got Basal Thrall. We got Merzanine. Dwarven Soldiers. Oh, yeah. Look how grumpy they look. Look how grumpy they look. Even they know. Oh, look, the High Tide. We got the High Tide. I don't know if that's actually on the list. But High Tide is... We got 2 copies of High Tide. Back to back. Boom. The highest of Tide packs. The highest of Tide packs. That's hilarious. And we got an Orcish Veteran, which and again, I have no idea which of these is the rare. No clue. I honestly don't know. The order of these packs is really weird, and it only comes with 8 cards. The Fallen Empire's packs only come with 8 cards in them. So there you go, everybody. A pretty weird week. We hit some interesting cards in, like, you know, we hit some interesting things early on. We hit an Ensnaring Bridge, which is sweet. And a foil card from 7th edition. Again, only 1 foil this week, so like no foils last week and only 1 this week. Pretty low foil count. Now, I mean, some of these sets don't have foils, so that's why the foil count this week should be pretty low. But last week, you would think the foil count would be a little bit higher, but it wasn't. That's unfortunate for us. I mean, we hit the Horn of Greed, we hit the Lotus Petal, we hit the Lightning Bolt, and the Constant Mists. As well as Days, which is so like we hit some pretty decent like cards to add to the patron pile, but I think like we missed a lot of like the sweet value that we could have found in this area. Like there's some very high end things we could have found, but not only that, there are a whole pile of stuff like this Convalescence. Like there's so many rares from that set that could have been over $5 to $10, and we just opened a jank piece of junk. So that's unfortunate. But hey, what can you do? You don't win them all, right? Anyway, this has been one of everything from Skyfox Games. There'll be a new store starting next week. Thank you for watching, everybody. Don't forget to check them out. They are in Oshawa, and they do have a website that you can go check out. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I've been your host, MrBevers, and as always, may your pulls ever be better.